Peace be with you. Thank you for your presence with myself and others who are joining us in this way to reflect on Psalm 39. How many, O Lord my God, are the wonders and designs that you have worked for us? You have no equal. Should I proclaim and speak of them, they are more than I can tell. In contemplation, we're aware of the sacredness of the moment. We move beyond what is visible into the core of our being, where we know we're known completely, loved unconditionally by our Creator. How many, O Lord my God, are the wonders you have worked for us. Today's reflection is by Guy Consolmagno. I've been following this scientist for many years. He taught at the Harvard College Observatory in the United States before joining the Jesuits as not a priest, but to remain a brother in service. He has endless international awards for his work as a planetary scientist. And I'm choosing him today because of his writing at this time on the Star of David. He begins, December is Star of Bethlehem, season to those known for their years of labour, research, experimentation on space, where they're wheeled out and called out to give a lecture. He writes that I'm usually hesitant to talk about the Star of Bethlehem. I'm afraid that people might think our work at the Vatican Observatory is actually focused on this topic. He works at the Vatican Observatory. If you've ever had the privilege or the opportunity to go to Rome, I had the privilege of studying there for a number of years in the 1970s. Well, if you've been to Rome, you'll have observed the Vatican Observatory up on the hill. He's director of the observatory. In fact, he's in charge of the meteorite Vatican collection. So he says, I'm afraid that people think this is what we do here. But on the other hand, I'm fascinated myself, not by the science of what the star might have been, but by how this story continues to hold human imagination. It's been 400 years since Galileo's telescope and Newton's physics separated our idea of heaven from the heavens. And yet we Galileans are still staring up into the sky to look for God. The stars can put our times and immediate crises into perspective. They show us that there exists a kind of beauty that cannot be found on earth. In turbulent times, much like these pandemic times, but in other turbulent times full of wars and plagues, Saint Ignatius of Loyola found that the greatest consolation came from gazing at the sky and stars, and this he often did, and for quite a long time. The beauty of the stars and planets and the way we can calculate their location reminds us that we're still under the protection of the one who created both the stars and the laws that control their motions. That Creator also created you and me. That Creator gave us the talents and the ability to develop our sciences, to understand both the universe over our heads and, yes, the diseases and the cures, the pandemic and the injections. That same Creator God gave us the sciences to understand this here on earth. Stargazing is a conjunction of science, beauty, and awe. Even when we're suffering, it's good to cast our eyes upwards every now and then at the stars and planets in their untiring dance. The universe is good. We should never lose hope in its goodness. It is so good that we're able to commemorate this season, the time when its Creator sent into the universe His only Son. More than planetary conjunctions or any of their explanations, that's the real truth of the star. Maranatha, come, Lord Jesus.